Here's a little service tip for any of you guys that have ever taken your Automower apart and you go to put it back together and you realize that the threads are stripped out in one of the holes in your lower chassis, and it's not going to give you that good seal between your upper chassis and your lower chassis. And especially when you have a new rope gasket in there and you go to try to compact that, it's not going to pull down very easy. If you can just take your screw and you can just drop it in the hole like that, then the threads are stripped out in there and you're going to have some issues. You might be able to get a mild seal there, but it's not what it should be. And it's only going to get worse the next time you have to take that thing apart. So, luckily, Husqvarna came up with a remedy for this situation. This is a thread insert kit that Husqvarna offers now. As you can see, the part number there is 581165701. And this is going to come with a threaded insert that you will actually drill the hole in the lower chassis out larger. You will use either a 6.6 millimeter drill bit or a 9/32, and you will drill that hole out, the existing hole out, enough to be able to start that thread insert down in there. The thread bushing is an M5 thread bushing, and the new screw that you get is an M5 by 12 pan head screw. Now, this screw is a Torx bit head screw, but it takes a T25 Torx bit rather than the standard T20 that you use on all the other screws in your Automower. Now, after you have your hole drilled out in your lower chassis, then you're going to place the thread insert onto the screw, and you're going to use the screw to thread the thread insert into the lower chassis. And once you have that thread insert down flush with the top of the lower chassis, you're going to back the screw out, and then you will be able to replace your gasket, put your upper chassis on there, and then use this new screw that comes with the thread insert to mount your upper chassis on there and get a nice tight seal again. All right, we drilled our hole here, drilled it out to 9/32. You want to go about a 1/4 inch deep or so in there, just enough to be able to get the threaded insert here the whole way down in the hole so that it's sitting flush or slightly below this surface right here, so that way you get a good seal. You don't want to have the threaded insert sticking up, because then your upper chassis is not going to seal tight against the rest of the surface here to give you a good seal and keep all the water out. So then all we got to do is we put our screw that comes with the threaded insert into the insert, and then we just screw this down in here by hand, cutting the threads in it as we go. And it's going to go pretty easy because this is some hard metal here, and it's cutting into the plastic. So we'll just turn that in there. Now you want to make sure you have it straight, of course, when you go to start it. But if you're familiar with running screws into plastic, then you're going to have a good feel for that. Now, you don't want to overdo this, and you can see there that we were turning some burrs out as we were going. So we're going to back our screw out here, and we're going to clean up these burrs around here so we can get this thing down in nice and flush. So here's the finished product. We have our thread insert down in our lower chassis there. It's completely flush, and then we can screw in this screw here to use it to clamp our upper and lower chassis together. Now, again, this is the screw that came with the bushing in the thread insert kit from Husqvarna, and that's all there is to it. Now, the screw you took out of there, that one, you don't need it anymore. You can save it in case you lose one on down the road, or just pitch it, whatever. But that's it. So if you got stripped out holes in your lower chassis or other parts of your Automower, this is a possible way to fix up the other ones, but definitely a way to fix up the ones in your lower chassis to get a good tight seal and keep the moisture and dirt out of your Automower. Just to review, this thread insert kit here, the part number is 581165701. Remember, for all your Automower parts needs, send us an email to roboticmowerservices@gmail.com. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel.